Hey, I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. With the business. I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. It go different day, different fit, different plane, different trips, foreign exchange, catching pips, do or die. You and I are not the same. 235 is all that I had to bring. Yeah, you gotta have a why. It gotta make sense. It gotta make you cry. Think and grow rich, can't spell belief without the lie. If you ain't signing up, I'm cutting ties. Bye. So how you gonna sit here and watch? You tryna invest in stocks. Cause you rather punch in that clock. So how can we meet at the top? Hey, I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. With the business. I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. Guapanese the language, I was going through some phases. Know my life needed changes. That's when I started trading. Chalk my boss the deuce. Now my life amazing. You can do it too, but you're lazy. You can catch me in the Caymans. KYD on me. Harmonic scanner busting, lock size increase. No SL, it's all TP. My life be bullish, up is all I see, you dig?
Wealth your world, what is going on? Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. We're gonna get kick started in the next couple of minutes. Find the chat box for me. Let me know how your Saturday is going so far. How y'all doing? I've been on my walk. I'm energized. I'm ready to give y'all some sauce. So find the chat box. Let me know how your Saturday's been so far. Blessings to those of you with your cameras on. I see you, Adonia, Carol, Zalika, Tracy and Machiavelli. What's going on, Mac? Hey, you doing, boy? You guys, I see you guys. I see you guys. We're going to get started very, very shortly. Find the chat box for me. And if you know anyone who's supposed to be on this call, let them know that the call has indeed started. Tina's having a great day. Just finished playing tennis. Amazing. Let's go. No worries, T. All good, all good, all good. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So how you gonna sit here and watch? You tryna invest in stocks. Cause you rather punch in that clock. So how can we meet at the top? Hey, I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. With the business. I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. In a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business.
Boom, what is going on, family? Let's get everybody in from the waiting room and let's get this kick started. Charmaine, I see you. How you doing, girl? Sabrina, nice to have you on, Bree Bree. Donya, having a good day. Amazing. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, Beverly. I just saw you sneak in there, Bev. I didn't even see you. I hope you got your glass of Coke ready. This session is about to be saucy. Let's go. All right, guys. So We're going to go over a few stuff today. I know we have got some new people to the family. I want to welcome everybody that joined from last week from our Just Do It conference. I know we've got some new family members on the call as well. So welcome, welcome. Big up yourself, everybody that's new. And of course, if you are a guest on this call, let us know, drop us some G's in the chat so we can welcome any guests that we've got on the call today as well. What we're going to do is we're going to go over a few basics of the scalper. We're going to go over some of the long-term stuff, and we're going to go over a little bit of marking up as well. So we're going to cover quite a lot of stuff in this session. So please make sure you've got your notepads and your pens. I am recording the session as well, because you lot always cuss me afterwards and then be like, where's the recording, Lise? So I have recorded the session. Big up Reese on the call. See you, bro. Yes, the money is hitting different. Let's get everybody in. Let's get everybody in. Who's in their thing? Bev, if I throw you co-host, you want to just help me let some people in as I go? Yeah, when I'm sharing the screen. Thank you. Amazing. Perfect. That way I don't have to keep coming out of my screen share. That'll be amazing. Cool. So let's get this cracking. First of all, did anybody catch the Bitcoin buy? I want you to drop me some B's into the chat if you did indeed catch that Bitcoin buy off of the scalper and the smooth. I want to see some B's in the chat. Did anybody catch the buy? Anyone catch the buy? Oh, we've got Charmaine Saucy. Of course, Charmaine Carter caught the buy. Come on, gold. Let's go. So funny story, me and Charmaine call each other BTC and gold because I trade BTC and she trades gold. So these are our new nicknames now. So if you ever see us tag each other on Instagram, that's why we're calling each other the pairs, yeah? Stop busting at me. All right, cool. Right, let's get up this. So first of all, today, Mr. Curtis Cobain, I don't know if anyone was on Cobain's session, but he marked up and dropped in this coin right here, which is Chainlink, right? Link USD. I want you to type me in a link if you have acquired some of this Chainlink from your brokerages, so your exchanges. Has anybody acquired any of this Link USD? Let me know. Let me know, drop me some links in. Adonya's got it, Agnes has got it, amazing. So if we go into here, because I know some people don't quite understand about the long-term coins, right? So we're gonna break down just how you take these trades. So what this is your Swipe Coin app, okay? So this is what you'll have as your app on your phone, but what you can also do, guys, is you can also if you come to your strategies on your Academy products, you can open it on the desktop version right here as well, called My Swipe Coin, and that will open it up big so you can see it on the desktop, right? So if you ever want to access it on your computer, your tablet, your laptop, then you'll do it through here, My Swipe Coin, okay? And then what that will do is it will bring up this right here, and you'll see the most recent one is Link USD, which is our chain link. So if I click onto this so we can open it up, move your beautiful faces to this side. So you guys can see here that Chainlink has retraced to a 78.88 Fibonacci demand zone. All right. So again, if you haven't done Curtis Cobain's fibs, please, please, please make sure you watch those videos on the Go Lives. They will literally change your trading game, right? And he's just recently done some new videos for the Fibonacci as well that you guys can look at. All right, so he goes a lot into supply zones, demand zones. For anybody that loves a bit of colors, that's exactly what colors is, right? Supply zone and demand zones. And you can learn how to mark up your own supply and demand zones by using Fibonacci, right? So for example, the 78.6 to the 88.6 is a demand zone. All right, so if you don't know about the zones so far, make sure you write that down. The 78 to the 88 on the Fibonacci, that is a demand zone. All right, so that's giving us a potential buy here on our 4-hour time frame. Feel free to acquire some from Coinbase, Binance.us, Kraken, wherever you purchase your coins from. All right, and then what Curtis Cobain will do is he will update the take profit, the target area in the exchange chat soon. All right, so all we need to do for now is make sure that we buy some Link USD. All right, so you can see right here we've got the entry. So if I make this a bit bigger, you guys can see it, and you guys can literally use it on here, like just look at it, or you can put it onto your trading view as well. Just copy the entry numbers onto your trading view. All you want to make sure you do is when you come over here to your trading view, guys, you want to go to the same chart that Curtis Cobain's using. So if I come to over here, I've already got it marked up. See, I've got Link USD Coinbase, right? Because when you type in, so to get that on your chart, what you want to do is you're going to go to this plus button right here on your watch list. You're going to type in Link, right? And then all of the different ones are going to come up. All right, so you've got Link USD Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, right? You've got Binance US. So depending, you know, what you want to see on here, I always use the Coinbase one. So you can click on Coinbase and then that will be the chart that you get access to. All right, because the numbers slightly differ, they slightly differ on the different ones when you click it. All right, so I've got Link USD right here. And then all I've done, guys, so this is my fib. And I've got these numbers. So if you want the setup for your Fibonacci, you're going to go ahead and watch that video on Curtis Cobain's Go Live, and he's going to give you the numbers for it. Right, so we've got our 4-hour. And all we've done, guys, is we've drawn from the low to the high. All right, now you don't need to do this because honestly, it's literally, oh, wrong one. It's literally done for you right here. But I like to see it on my chart as well, so I can see if we break the levels and stuff. So when you understand how to do it, it's just easy to copy it over. And then you can start to use it as strategies on other coins as well. When you see other coins coming down into that 78, 88 zone, then you can be looking for potential buyers because you now understand that this is the demand zone, right? Because if we have a look at Chainlink on here, guys, if I zoom out, you can see, if I go all the way out, it's been on a constant uptrend, right? The impulses have just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So this last one that we had here was a massive impulse up. So it's only right that we get a deeper retrace down. But every other one you can see impulse up, retrace down, right? It's just, again, here, impulse up, retrace down. It's just because the impulses are smaller back here. If I zoomed into them, you'd be able to see them a bit more, but the impulses are smaller, so the retraces are smaller, right? If we look here, same thing, we've got an impulse up, a retrace down. That is not unusual what any of the coins are doing because that's literally how they push up higher. They have to have the retrace down before they do their next impulse up, right? Impulse up, retrace down. And then it gets deeper. Impulse up, all the way up. Boom. So that we have this impulse up, retrace down. Can you see, guys? It's just a constant pattern over and over again. Impulse up, retrace down. Impulse up, retrace down. So this one has just been a bigger impulse up, retrace down. But what fibs allow you to do is find the perfect places to re-enter into the trades, right? Because we want to buy when the market is what, guys? When do we want to buy? When do we want to buy? We want to buy when the market is, yes, Salika, low. We want to buy when the market is low, right? Which means we don't want to be buying Link when it's up here in this zone, because we know, as the experienced traders that we are, plugged into this information, that we are due a retrace down, right? So we want to get in on the retrace. We want to get in on the low, because you want to buy when the market is low and sell when the market is high, right? So what we've been waiting for are these buy-in opportunities from these coins. That's right, low, 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 right? So left to right, left to right, right? We are looking for our buys. So 78 to 88, this is our zone right here. And you can see it's already reacting off of this zone, guys. Look at it. So for all the people that wrote link into the chat just a minute ago, your money is literally already making money, right? We're already getting a bounce off of this zone. So this is our 78 to 88, and these would be our entries, right? And we're getting this bounce off of here. We also know that the 50, between the 50 and the 618, that is our golden zone, right? So when you're doing your MT4 trading, between your 50 and your 618, that's the golden zone for these buys. When we're trending up, right? When we're trending up, this is the golden zones for our buys. Drop me some sevens if that makes sense so far, guys. Drop me some sevens if that makes sense so far. Perfect. I can see the sevens coming in. Amazing. All right, so that is our link. I just wanted to break link down a little bit further, just so you can understand why you are acquiring it, why you are investing in it, because we now know that this is at a demand zone, right? It's had its impulse, it's had its retrace. Now it's time to buy on the low. All right, guys, so that is our link USD. Pauline, so you're going to get your numbers for your Fibonacci. So what you can do is you can either take a screenshot of my numbers, or you can just watch the video from Mr. Curtis Cobain and he will show you how to set it up. So over here on your left-hand side, you're going to come to here and you're going to click Fib retracement. All right, so that's the retracement tool that you're looking for. And you're going to click onto the retracement tool, and then you're going to get this little tool right here. All right, and then you're going to be able to set the settings of it to these numbers. All right, because when you first have it, it won't look like this. I've literally set mine up so it looks exactly like Curtis's, but you can literally, whichever educator that you're following, you can duplicate their levels, but they have the levels for a reason. All right, so the different levels are different things are happening at these levels. So like I said, the 50 and the 618 zone, that is the golden zones for buying, right? So I was actually with shout out to Naomi. I was with Naomi and Tara on, when did we go out? I don't know, last week, right? And I actually marked up a fib for, you know, this 5618 zone for Bitcoin, and I set my trade and it bounced off of it and it shot, right? So Fibonacci is really, really powerful when you understand how it works. All right, so I really, really would urge you guys to go ahead and watch those Curtis Cobain videos, because I slept on fibs, I always say it, for like the first year of my journey, right? And if I would have actually taken it upon myself to, you know, really sink my teeth into the Fibonacci early on, I just don't even know where my trading account would be right now, because this has literally like changed the game for me, especially looking for my own setups and stuff like that as well. Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Adonia. Amazing. All right, cool. So Chainlink, all good. We know why we're buying it for our wallet, because it's come down to our demand zone. That is all good. Let's have a look what's going on in our two big babies. So Bitcoin and ETH, right? So Bitcoin and ETH are the ones that we are trading off of on our swipe coin scalper. So let's have a look first of all at ETH. So Ethereum, let's bring this out a bit. So you can see, well, is it Ethereum right now? Is this downtrending or is this uptrending? From what you can see on here, is this downtrending or is this uptrending? Down, perfect. Right, so Ethereum is downtrending right now, right? It's making lower lows, right? It's downtrending, it's going down. But what we can see happening right here, and why I've got this line right here, is that we're trying to break up to change the direction of the market. So we're trying to turn this bearish momentum that's been happening, and it's trying to have a reversal right now. So I'm really watching Ethereum right now to see exactly what's happening. So this is on a day chart. Let's just bring this down to a 4 hour so we can see it a little bit more. So you can actually see the candles. Right, so Ethereum has literally gone on this downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. It's pulled back up to the trend, right? It's broken it just, literally just. And we're just seeing right now what it's going to do to see whether it's going to flip now and start to reverse up, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see that bullish momentum, guys. All right. So what I wanted to show you guys just quickly is what we are looking for here. So let me reshare. Hey, Gifty. All right. So basically what I'm showing you here is the same thing. This is a Litecoin example, but honestly, this is the same move that we're looking for over and over and over again in the market, right? So this is the downtrend that you can first see, right? I'm a bit lazy. I didn't want to redraw it. I'm not good at drawing on the whiteboard. It's a developing relationship that me and the whiteboard have. So right now we use, here's one I made earlier sort of thing. And when I say me, I mean Kevin on Go Live, right? So here's one Kevin made earlier. And you can see the same thing has happened right here. You can see a downtrending market, right? So you've got the lower lows, right? It's downtrending, downtrending, downtrending. And then this point right here, where you see this circle, right? That is exactly at the point of where Ethereum is right now. All right, can everyone see that? It's just broken out through this trend line. So this is what we're seeing right here. Now, the next thing that we're looking for with Ethereum, right, for long term, is we're looking for it now to make a push, right, and find resistance. We're still not ready to buy it up yet for its long, right? Because remember, we don't want to buy on these highs, right? We don't want to buy on the highs. We want to buy on the lows, all right? So what we're looking for right here on this break of this trend line, and we know we can always have a fake out, right? It may just come and continue down, making lower lows. So how do we stop that happening? How do we see that? So we're going to watch this breakout right here. It's going to run up, right? This is what we want to see happen. And obviously this is it's going to be a live example when we're watching it. But we want to see it find resistance, right? And you can see if you look left, because we always look left. If you look left, it's found resistance here at a previous high. And then we want to see a retracement, all right? We want to see a retracement back down for it to make support. Now, again, it may not stop here at this line to make support, right? It may come down and push down to this low and make support. So we're waiting for the candles to literally reveal themselves, all right? So if we do get our support here, this is where we would look to buy ETH, right? This is where we would look to buy Ethereum. Because then what's going to happen, guys, is going to come back up to this previous resistance, but this time it's going to push through it. It's going to do a breakout, right? So this is where the Swipecoin scalper will call the buy. Right? But if you understand structure in the market, you can grab the buy down here because this is the start of the move. The Swipecoin scalper catches the breakouts. Has anyone ever heard them say that, right? The scalper catches the breakout of the move. all right? But Picasso, he's trying to catch the bottom of the move, right? He's trying to catch the move from the support, all right? But if you can train your eye, guys, to look for this structure, look for these moves, you're going to be in such a better place in order to catch them. Because yes, this is where we add a position, right? But I'm already in. And this is what I find a lot of the time from the scalper now when I'm trading on the scalper. Yes, I'm adding a position when the scalper is calling for the buy or for the sell, but I'm already in because I understand market structure, right? So that's what I want you guys to understand with me today. And I hope that we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down a little bit more. I'm going to show you guys a live example of this in a minute as well, but I just want to show it to you on here first. So once we've met resistance, we've retraced back down and we found support. That's where we're going to put on our first position, right? That's where we're going to acquire. And I would even buy some Ethereum when it does this, because if this is the initial breakout back to the bullish run, this is your low, guys. And what do? We buy when the market is low. So this is going to be your low, but you don't want to buy it on this low if we're just going to keep trending down, because we're always buying the low. Like, have you ever seen those memes on Instagram? And it's like, people are telling me to buy the dip, but I've got no money left, because you're buying the dip on every dip because you don't know when it's going up, right? You don't want to buy every single dip. You want to buy the dips where you see confirmation of reversals. Does that make sense? Drop me some twos into the chat if that makes sense, if that's clear, guys. Because yes, we want to buy the dips, but we don't want to buy the dips that just keep on dipping, right? We don't want to buy the dips that keep on dipping. We want to buy the dips that have got confirmations of reversals. Amazing. All right, so take a screenshot of this so you guys can look at it, so you guys can see the structure that we want to see in the market, because I see this over and over again. And it's the same way as well. If you do it going the other way, if you're looking for sells, you can literally just do it the same going backwards, right? Like on an uptrend. But it's always, when you're trading crypto, it's always good to catch the breakouts of the buys, because we're looking for the market overall to go up, right? So we want to be in long-term trades that are going up. We don't want to be in long-term trades that are going down, else we wouldn't be investing in crypto. It makes no sense, right? So these are the structures that you want to be looking out for in the market, so you can see them each and every time. How do you know which dip is the confirmation to buy? Shola. So you know, because it does this. So once you've broken out of the trend, so I'm not buying this dip, right? I'm not buying this dip. And even though I'm buying, yes, at the same place here, I'm not waiting. I'm not watching it. Like, this is, hold on, let me just let some more people in. This is where, guys, this is where people get stopped out. And I don't know if you've ever had it, but you put on a buy trade and then you get stopped out here, and then your trade continues to go the way that you thought that the trade was going to go, right? And that is because you haven't had the confirmations of that buy yet. Yes, overall, you're looking at it and it's going the way that you wanted it to go. So you're now thinking, oh, the market shagged me because it just took me out. Like, the market's against me. The stop loss just took me out. But really, this isn't where that you wanted to buy, right? Because where you wanted to buy, right, is right here. So even though here and here is the same place, guys, one of these has confirmation and one of them doesn't. Does that make sense? This one to the left doesn't have confirmation of the buy. Yes, it broke out. So this is where Ethereum is right now, right? It's right here. So yes, it's breaking out. And yes, we may buy at the same place when we come to here. But if I bought here, I do not have, guys, confirmation. So let me give you another literal example, right? So the first one is you placed your buy here on this dip, right? It's gone into profit, it's come out, it's smashed the stop loss. Bad times. You've come back to your buy place, you've placed the buy again. It's gone into profit, You've moved your stop loss to entry, bang, smashed you out of the trade again. And now you're exhausted. You're thinking, I've entered this trade twice now. I've seen it go into profit and it's taken me out. The first time it's hit your stop loss, the second time you've hit break even, but both times you've made no money, right? Because you don't have the confirmations. So once you've had the breakout, it's found resistance, you get your retest, this is where you're entering, right? And then yes, when you get to here, you can move your stop loss to break even because it's not coming back down to your entry, guys. It's not coming back down to your entry here because what's happening is it breaks up through the previous resistance. And then we are looking to turn that previous resistance into support, right? And this is exactly what the scalper does. So this section here, this is the scalper, right? So the scalper calls the trade when it breaks out of a zone, right? It breaks out of the zone, it breaks out of that 50 EMA, momentum is caused, it calls a buy, all right? And then what we usually see happen is an impulse through the line. So the line that Nick draws, for example, we usually see an impulse through the line, and then it usually comes back to that line to retest the line, right? Before it really takes off. Yes, sometimes it just goes, and that's crypto for you. It's an impulsive asset, right? But when it does come back and it retraces, this is the second point that you're now going to buy your Bitcoin or your Ethereum, whatever it is, right? But you can use this same structure. All you have to do is train your eye to start looking for the additional confirmations. All right, so let's go on to the scalper and let's have a look at what we've got over there. Boom. So you can see that circle there is literally where we're at right now. We're just getting that breakout, but this could easily fake us out, guys, and come back into here. So this is why this is not a buy confirmation for me. We have to wait until those additional confirmations happen before we start making moves, right? So now next, let's go to our scalper. So we can see here that the original called a buy at 33,749, right? So let's have a look at this. So think about what we just looked at, right? Think about what we just looked at. This is the impulse breakout, right? We have this impulse breakout, we had a retest, and then boom, it went, right? We had a breakout, retest, boom. Remember here, guys, this hasn't closed above, right? So if we change this to our line chart, there's no break here, right? So this would not have been an entry because although the wick went above it, we didn't break and close above our line here, all right? So this is literally textbook, no drawdown scalper trades, right? This is beautiful. This is exactly what we want to see. So what are our confirmations? So our first confirmation, again, you guys can click onto your question mark here and you can get your 3 steps. So step 1, you're changing from candlestick to line chart. Step 2, we're spotting the break and the close of the structure. And step 3, your 50 EMA must be under the price or above the price, right? Depending on whether we are buying or selling. So they are our 3 steps. Picasso did say last week that he's going to redo his video, which is going to be amazing, I'm sure. And he's going to redo it with different stop loss and take profit targets, etc., etc. So I will let you guys know when that comes out as well. All right. So on here, let's go back to candles. So we had it on our line chart so we could spot the break and close, which we did. So we had a break and close here. Put it back. Right, we had a break and close here. So we could have entered this. right? We would have gone into a tiny bit of drawdown and then boom, right? So me personally, I take 3 positions off of the scalper, right? I take 3 positions off of the scalper and I do 250 pips, 500 pips, 750, right? That's just me personally if I'm scalping Bitcoin, right? Or so 250, 500, 750, right? You can see these are bigger, but I've done this as a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2, and a 1-to-3 risk to reward, right? So I've done these ones as risk to reward when I was looking at them. So that just means, guys, I'm risking one. So I'm risking £1 to make £1, right? I'm risking £10 to make £10. All right. So that's a 1-to-1, a 1-to-2, a 1-to-3. So again, I'll do my first trade. Once my first trade hits take profit, I'll move my stop loss to entry on these 2 trades. So then I'm not risking anything on these 2 guys, right? And then if you want to, you can literally, like if a trade takes off like this, I'll have my target areas, but I won't even limit this last one to where I'm taking it, guys. Like I'll literally just have my stop loss at entry and let this bad boy keep running. So let's put this back to candles. Right, so that is our original. Before we move over to smooth, I've actually got a special guest for you guys. I actually want to bring on somebody that I know has been using the scalper just to give you his little take on it, right? This guy is a legend. Like I first connected with him a couple of months ago and I've been watching his progress on the scalper. I know that he's so plugged into these sessions and I absolutely appreciate him. And he is a postman turned trader, right? So I want you guys to drop some R's into the chat and let's see if we can get my brother Reese up. Are you there? Let's see if we can get him on.
Yo, we're good.
What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm well, not too bad.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get you. Where are you? Why can't I see you? I want to pin you next to me. There we go. Boom. So, brother, tell me about your experience with the scalper so far. I want you to give the guys like a couple of tips on how you've managed, because I know you're doing well with it. I've seen your results, I've seen your trades, right? I know that you're doing your thing on the scalper, and I know not everybody is getting the same results with the scalper. So I know people come on, they listen to me talk about it, but I want them to hear from somebody else that's watched the videos, that's plugged in, how you found it, how was it at the start and how are you finding it now?
Cool, yeah. So, hey guys, my name's Reese. I've been in for about a year. It took me quite a while to get involved, but I found I find it quite easy with DCX. Through a brother named Shayon Oguntosin. He's one of the chairmen, very young brother. I think he's about maybe 26. He's got quite a good strategy using his he calls it the Sean scalper strategy, the Shayon scalper strategy. He breaks it right down pretty easy, straightforward. You just do as it says, really. You follow the line, the 3 steps, the line chart, and the EMA. Once you follow those 3 steps, it's all pretty straightforward. It's like a waiting game. You're just looking for the break and close, and then it's just about plugging in, really. Once you keep watching the videos, you will get it. It's like it's a lot more straightforward than you realize, but you have to watch the videos though. It is very helpful if you plug in, you know what I mean?
Yes, bro. So what's your what's a tip that you could give the guys about how you use the scalper? Is there anything that you're like, yeah, this is definitely something that I do? Or, you know, like about, you know, your entries and stuff. Like I said, like I take free trades and I do the, you know, different pips and stuff. Have you got any secret sauce for them? It's all right, I'll put you on the spot. I know you do have that secret sauce though, Reese, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning myself. Other than that, I would
I
just say,
think what you said about the patience is a big thing, because the waiting is often the hardest part for people to, you know, they might take entries here, you know, before they've seen that break and close, because they haven't been patient to wait to see what's going to happen, right? Because I know what it's like when you're sitting on the chart and you're watching it and you're watching it and you're watching it, and then you'll take it early, and then obviously that will be where you know smash a stop loss. So I know that you've kind of mastered being this patient trader and waiting for those firm confirmations in there. So that's good. I'm looking forward to seeing you jump on and doing some training on my session soon. Yeah,
for real. Yeah, for real.
yeah, all right, cool. You up for the challenge?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's go. All right, guys, drop me some R's into the chat for Reese, because he's literally been plugging in to these sessions, guys. When I tell you, I see him on the sessions, I see him on my DCX, I see him on the YouTube, I see him just there plugging in, making sure he's taking in this information, guys. So thank you, Reese. You are a gem, sir. All right, so I want to flip over to the smooth now and see what's going on over there. What's the time? We're running on time. Amazing. All right, so with our smooth, we know that Picasso marks up the smooth, right? So we know Picasso marks up the smooth. So Pamela, the difference between the smooth and the original is the original calls out a lot more trades, right? Because it calls out trades based on momentum, based on breakout. So you'll see a lot more alerts for the original. Okay, but the smooth is marked up by Picasso. So you'll see the alert panel here is when Picasso does edits to this chart, right? So the fact that Picasso put in this zone here, we should have all been looking for this buy from 2 days ago, guys, right? So I should have seen a lot more B's in the chat for people that got into Bitcoin in the last 2 days. Because even if you just was in this trade from back here and you had on your stop loss, your take profit, you're literally just letting this run. We know that crypto is open, guys, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? So if you've got the markup here and we know that we're looking for a buy, can somebody tell me what's the other confirmation on the smooth? What's the other confirmation on the smooth that we're looking for to confirm our buy? Yes, Naomi, apart from you. And what's the other confirmation on the smooth that we're looking for? What is it, guys? Let me know. Yes, the clouds, the cloud, right? So all here, and I cannot stress this enough to people about how I talk about this cloud, right? Because this cloud is amazing, right? And it's not the Ichimoku clouds that Dr. Cafe uses. Like, this cloud has been made with indicators from Picasso in it, right? It's got a few indicators in it, and that's what makes, you know, the blue turn to red and vice versa. All right, so when we're looking for this buy here, and this was put on 2 days ago, remember, guys, so we were looking for a higher low in this zone to happen. All right, and we also wanted the twist of the cloud. So if I zoom in here, guys, this is where we got this twist of the cloud. right? We got the twist of the cloud here. So this is where we know we've got the confirmation of the buy now. So we've got these lows, right? We have the twist of the cloud. And then what have we got here? Our higher lows, right? Because this is lower, this is higher than this, right? So we've got low, high, higher low. Boom, we see a higher low and a blue cloud. What are we doing, guys? We see a higher low and a blue cloud. What are we doing? We're buying. Yes, we've seen a higher low because that's what we're looking for, a higher low. None of these are higher lows, right? None of these are higher lows. We've got a low, a high, a low, right? A low, a high. These are equal lows. Then they go down the same amount as the previous low, right? Equal low, equal low. This is just a higher low, but we've got no twist of the cloud, right? Higher low and twist of the cloud means buy, right? Because that's what we're seeing. Higher low, twist of the cloud. Can everybody see why this is a higher low? Drop me some H's in the chat if that makes sense. Why it's a higher low. So low, high, higher low. Higher low, twist, we're buying. Yes, perfect. All right, cool. So right here, we're buying. What is this at? This is 33,111. And what's this? 33.7. Can you see exactly what I said earlier? Right? Exactly what I said earlier. This is an extra 600 pips. This is an extra 600 pips. Just because you understand where the structure is. You're already in the buy. This is the breakout here. This is where it's called the breakout. So this is the breakout. But you could be in from right here because you've got the confirmations. You know, this is your higher low. And we've got our cloud. All right. So yes, when you first start out, you can rely on this. But I don't want you guys to rely on this scalper forever. You can rely on the scalper for the call outs, right? But I don't want you to rely on these, you know, the break and close above of forever. Like, yes, maybe your first 3 to 6 months while you're getting the hang of it. But after that, guys, you should really be looking at this smooth for those better entries because these are your longer term entries, right? I want you guys to really start to get involved with the market structure. So let's go back to what I was saying earlier. So let's zoom out of this. All right, so if I put a line, if we put a line, literally couldn't have made this up. All right, so if we look at the downtrending that we saw here, just like my example earlier, just like Ethereum that we're looking at, right? We can see this downtrending market, right? We were waiting for the break of this. And can you see this? This is just another confirmation, guys. This is another confirmation of why this wasn't the perfect place to buy, right? But now once we've seen this breakout, which is what we're looking for on ETH, what did I say that we were looking for after that? Can anyone tell me what I said we were looking for after that? After we see the breakout out, what are we looking for? Do we have any note takers and money makers on the call? So after we saw the breakout, guys, we're looking for the impulse so we can find resistance. So let's zoom this in. Look at this, guys. Can you see this? It's broken out of here and it's met resistance. Remember the previous resistance that we were looking at, that we were looking for. Remember in my example that we took the screenshot of, right? We were waiting for it to go find resistance. Then what's the next thing we're looking for after we're waiting for it to find resistance? So it's found resistance now. What are we now looking for after that, guys? After the resistance, where do we want to buy here at the resistance? Is this where we want to buy? No, we don't want to buy at the resistance. So now we need to look for it to come back and find support. Right? So it's come back and it's found support right here. Right? It's come back and it's found support right here. And do you know how I know this is a good support, guys? Because if you look left, it was a previous resistance. So it was a resistance. So that means it's a pivot point, right? It's a point that's pivoted in the market. It was a resistance. It was a resistance. Boom, it come up. They tried to flip it into support and it failed here, right? It's done it again. This time it's flipped it into support. So that means this resistance that was resistance is now support. Yeah, it was resistance. It's now support. So this right here, right? This right here is another place we could have taken the buy, right? So you missed, say you missed the higher low, right? You missed the higher low, the green cloud twisted, you've missed your higher low, and now it's pushed up and you're like, oh, I want to get in. I still want to get in because I know it's going up. You don't buy here. You don't buy on the high. What you do is you wait for the retrace, you wait for it to find support and you buy on the low, right? So this would have been your next entry. Can you see, guys, how even if you've missed the swag coin scalper, even if you've missed the first entry on the smooth, there's still other places for you to enter if you understand the market, all right? If you understand market structure. So the next place, so if I drag this all the way over, right? Because this was resistance. So what am I now looking for this to become? If we're going to continue up, what do I now want this resistance to become? Support. That's right. So again, guys, I'm not buying up here. It makes absolutely no sense for me to buy up here, even though the market's entered consolidation, right? So what am I going to do right now? I'm either going to wait for it to break up, retest and carry on going up, and I would have missed these pips, or I'm going to wait for the retrace. I'm going to wait for the retest to flip this zone into support, and then I'm going to buy. All right. But what I'm not going to do is buy in this consolidation, right? So this again, this is making structure here. It's making consolidation. It's just a sideways moving market though. Yeah, so Gifty, I'm saying you can get your own trades from the smooth, but you're also given the setups from Picasso, right? But what happens a lot of times is people tell me they missed the setup. They'll tell me they've woken up and it's already taken off, or they were asleep when the move happened, right? So what I want to empower you guys to do is still be able to enter the market, even though you've missed this first initial move, because this is the higher low, right? This is the place he was telling you to buy, is the higher low. But if you miss that, when's the next place, best place to buy is right here. Because we understand that it's gone up, it's hit resistance, it's come back down to support. Boom, I'm going to buy here again. No, we're not selling from here because there's no confirmations to sell, right? What are our confirmations to sell? Our confirmations to sell are to be the candles to be under the EMA and for us to have a red cloud on the smooth. We've got a green cloud and the candles are way above the 50 EMA. So we're definitely not looking for buyers at this position. So if you try for sells at, well, we're not looking for buyers either, but we're not looking for sell. We're definitely not looking for sells at this position because it's strong buying right now. So if you was to look for sells in that position, right? If you was to look for sells in that position, what would happen to you is this. Right? If you're to look for sells in that position, think of this inverted, right? But what happens to you is this, you're gonna smash your stop loss because it's not ready yet to turn around, right? Remember the first example, right? When you sell too early, boom, smash the stop loss, and then we're gonna go, right? Because you don't have any confirmations to sell at that point, right? So what I want you guys to stop trying to do is to force a trade. I think a lot of the time when we think we've missed the buy, we try to sell, but we're trying to sell when we're right now trying to turn into an uptrend and all of the confirmations are to buy. So unless you've got your confirmations to sell, I don't want to see any sells, guys, any sells. So what are our confirmations to sell? Somebody drop them into the chat again. If we're looking on the smooth, what is our confirmation to sell? I just said them, guys. What are our confirmations? Yep, red cloud and below the EMA. Perfect, right? So if we have those things, or we get a sell trade on our original, right? But to get a sell trade on the original, it would have to break the EMA anyway, and then we would have to break support, all right? So either way, this is not calling out for a sell. Naomi, don't crease me. All right, so with that being said, we are coming to the end of our session. If anyone's got any questions, drop them into the chat for the last couple of minutes. But I hope this training has helped someone, because when I first realized this was like a breakthrough light bulb moment session for me when I watched this on Go Live. I was like, wow, because I saw myself just missing so many opportunities in the market and not understanding where was the next best place to get in, right? And I think a lot of us go through that. I see people in the chats all the time like, can I still enter? And it's like, well, we'll know if we can still enter once we understand market structure, right? So I really, really I really, really hope this session has been helpful to someone. I got a lesson to tell. Naomi, what's your lesson? Please, can you show the fib tool again? Just want to take a screenshot. Yes, sure, Melissa, I will do. Let me. There you go. So our golden zone is between our 50 and the 618, and our demand zone between the 78 and the 88. You got that? I do 5, 4. Let me know. No worries, Dion. I'll share it on my YouTube, and I'll share it in the resources section of Discord as well. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, I hope you have had an amazing start of your weekend, and I hope you have a blessed Sunday. And I will catch you all next week, 5 p.m. All right, let's go.
My money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. I said my money hit different. I can make 1,000 in a minute. If you ain't trading, you tripping. You better get down with the business. It go different day, different fit.